New Adventures!
So, I'm in New York.
Each who down in Whoville like Christmas a lot. With the Grinch up north, well, he sure did not. He sure hated Christmas and hated the season. Don't ask me why, no one knows the reason. It's the 1% with the Grinchy frown, the corporate greed, cause he couldn't be down. With the joyful smiles of the girls and boys, making hella Christmas noise with the Christmas toys that he wanted for himself, so the Grinch began. Talking about Whoville with the twisted plan, with a coat and a hat and a Grinchy trick. He chuckled a plug that looked like St. Nick. His reindeer, in fact, it was Max the dog. Red thread on his head with a horn tied on. He loaded some bags and some empty sacks on a ram truck and sleigh that he hitched to Max. The windows were dark and snow filled the air. The Who's were all dreaming sweet dreams without care. He slid down the chimney up by the tight pinch. The Santa could do it, and so could the Grinch. Too big to fail, he was unregulated. Mix up on Wall Street with pockets inflated. Heart was so greedy, proceeded to take the iPads and laptops and new roller skates. Up in the icebox, he stole the whole feast. The pudding, the ham, the corn and roast beef. The food in the chimney and left with much glee. And now said the Grinch, I will stuff up the tree. But then he heard something, it was a small who. Yo, hold on, stop, it was young Cindy Lou. She stood there upset, a sad look on her face. He sprayed her with mace and was out of that place.
This is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch occupied Whoville. This is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch occupied Whoville. This is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch occupied Whoville. This is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch occupied Whoville.
At 2:15, the Who's still in bed, all still snooze, so he packed up a sled. He packed it with presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings. 1,000 feet up on the side of the mountain. He rode with the loot and decided to count it. He thought of the Who's 99%. Now he was the richest, he knew what it meant. He gambled the hedge funds and merged with the banks. For the GLB Act, he had to give thanks. With no limitation to all he could earn, the billions of dollars in wealth he observed. He thought of the Who's all lining the streets. We're starving, they'd say, we have nothing to eat. He left till he heard something else in the snow. It started out low, then it began to grow. The sound wasn't sad, the sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stood down in Whoville and popped out his eyes. He couldn't believe this amazing surprise. The two down in Whoville, the tall and the small, singing so loud with no presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming, it came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. He thought maybe greed is destructive and wrong. He ran down the hill and joined in on their song. He gave back the gifts and carved up the roast. A glass in his hand led them all on the toast. What happened right then, well in Whoville they say, the Grinch's small heart got much bigger that day. Everyone cheered and they all gave much thanks. He occupied Whoville, restructured the banks.
This is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch occupied Whoville. This is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch occupied Whoville. This is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch occupied Whoville. This is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch, this is how the Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus, you're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders, you've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. All I need is a reindeer. So he took his dog Max, and he took some black thread, and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. Then the Grinch said, "Giddy up!" And the sleigh started down to the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. Oh yeah, this is stop number 1. The old Grinchy claws hissed as he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch. But if Santa Claus could do it, then so could the Grinch. Then he slithered and slunked, with a smile most unpleasant. Around the whole room, he took every present. Guns, pumpernoos, and cookies and drums, checkerboards, missile beans, popcorn and plums. And he stuffed them in the bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimney. You're a foul one, Mr. Grinch. You're a nasty, wasty skunk. Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The 3 words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote, stink, stank, stunk. You nauseate me, Mr. Grinch, with a nauseous super nos. You're a crooked jerky jockey, and you drive a crooked horse, Mr. Grinch. You're a three-decker sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich with arsenic sauce.
reminds us like how important our job is, and that we have the opportunity to make people smile and forget about all the really negative things that happen in life. And for me, it's that little chill that we get down our spine when we're shivering. That's like the same feeling I get from Christmas and from like opening presents, and it's just like amazing to have an amazing group of people to share that, to like spread that shiver to audiences with when times get rough.
Oh, yeah. You make me
Backpack off of what you said. I love this tour so much, and I don't know if you can tell, but like, I hope everyone else has enjoyed it in their own way, like in your own little way, and it just means so much to me. And I can't do this, but you guys have had a good time. Like as much as I hope. Yeah, our word was cherish home, and I still think that.
Let's do it.
One, two, three. Cherish home. Don't forget to enjoy the last show.